For this next task, we're going to use some more validation to prevent users from entering data that we don't want. And it tells us that we want cells B9 to B10 and B14 to B16. Now if you select B9 to B10 and then hold down Shift, it's going to include everything in between as well, which we don't want. So the way that you select more than one range is to select your first, which for me is B9 and B10, then hold Control, and then we're going to go down to B14 to B16. So we've got these two separate ranges that we're going to apply exactly the same rules to. Now, we only want whole numbers, because we can't have 1.5 passengers. So we're going to choose Allow, whole number, and then we get to set a range. So the lowest part of the range has to be 0, and then for the maximum, we're going to set it to 10. If we hit OK, we now get asked in question 9 to test it using normal, extreme, and abnormal test data. Now, because we have a range of 0 and 10, normal data could be 1, or 2, 3, 6, 9. All of those are normal data and should be allowed, and according to my rules, they are. Now, extreme data is data on either end of our range. So for us, we only have 2, we have 0, and we have 10, and those work just fine. Now, for abnormal data, we can type in anything at all that does not fit into that range. So we could try -4, and we get an error message. I could try 1.4, and I get an error message. I could try blue, and I get an error message. So it will only allow us to enter the data that we have specified. This is a really, really important thing in IGCSE, and it used to be just for databases, but increasingly it's appearing in spreadsheet papers as well.